Look at it, Joe.
I'm looking at it, Don.
Look at it, Obama.
Donald, we've been looking at it.
Fortune 3, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, mending. All thanks to our librarian that I've imprisoned in a house so he doesn't die.
Is that another war crime I'm hearing about?
I think you just opened the floodgates.
I'll go light on you, Obama. I'm in a good mood, a fantastic mood.
Well, the chickens aren't going light on me.
They're packed in there like a sardine can. I doubt they even know who Barack Obama is.
I wonder if chickens have political discourse.
And why I'm so happy is because we maxed out our villager. He gives out a name tag at the very bottom, kinda useless, but the mending books are only 12 emeralds now, which is a steal, a big steal.
I'm concerned about the leaps we're taking off screen.
This man is investing his world like it's a 3-star hotel. I'm baffled at the dedication, but I won't necessarily complain.
You know you have kids, right, Don?
One day, Republicans would... Are you serious? Both of you guys? Both of you guys got stuck in a wall. All 3 of you? 3 of you!
Why do you care so much about the golems? They're practically useless anyways.
It's just a pet peeve of mine how they're supposed to be protecting my villagers from dangerous mobs, and here they are playing duck, duck, goose in the water, drowning under all of the dirt.
I suppose if you go full Genghis Khan, it won't be a problem.
Do not tempt me, Joe. I am not myself when I am tempted.
I think we've had 30 years of history to tell us that.
Come on, get up. Oh my goodness, it does have a brain.
Realistically, Donald, you should just clog up the hole.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not giving these overgrown tin mans any more leeway. I'm done. I'm so done.
To think the beautiful ponds will have to go to waste because someone keeps dipping their toes in too deep.
But seriously, Don, do you do anything? No weddings, no meetings, no lunches? Well, I shouldn't say that one, but just how?
Minecraft is like a business, Obama.
What? No, it is not.
Well, I think it is. And like important business, very important business, it requires all of my attention over close relationships.
I can respect a man dedicated to his craft, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, quite literally dedicated to the craft.
Donald the Redditor incoming.
Do I seriously have to guide you overgrown ingots through every dirt block? If the world was your oyster, you would be a clam.
And he's talking in parables again like he's the Riddler.
Riddle me this, fat man. What makes up a fraction of your body percentage, yet half of your blood vessels?
Did you just say fat man?
Wrong. The answer was cholesterol.
And just like that, the veil has been lifted and the grind for netherite has been started.
You know we still have to dig a bit deeper, right, Don?
I am aware. I just don't want to get my lungs squeegeed by molten lava.
It shouldn't be an issue if you don't dig straight down, but I always hated the nether regardless, so I'm not an expert. A lot more humid than Hawaii.
Besides, weren't you looking for a better area to mine in, like a more open area?
My main motive for that was because I was sick and tired of waiting half a Burger King drive-thru to mine one netherrack, one small netherrack. But now I'm whipping these out like hotcakes, so I don't care.
The difference of efficiency 4 is certainly a dopamine rush. But with that being said, making netherite equipment is different than what it used to be, so keep that in mind.
How do I change the all right, well, we just have a screenshot of me having a meltdown in the middle of Hades.
I never played Minecraft to begin with when they added netherite, so I don't know the difference.
Originally, all you had to do was get ancient debris and smelt it, and then take 4 of those scraps to make an ingot, and then you could add it on to your pickaxe or armor or whatever you wanted. Now it's a bit more complicated because you have to get a template and then explore the nether a bit more to find that template.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But just seeing my pickaxe just heal miraculously, have the fountain of youth just splash on its own ores, it just excites me in all the right places.
What are you talking about? We're over here discussing netherite, and you're talking about getting tickled by a genie.
Well, ever since the slap, Will Smith has to fill his genie role somehow.
Maybe he should do himself a favor and wish a better wife.
See, this is what I'm talking about. What is even going on? I was just mentioning how Donald has weird behavior, and now we're talking about Will Smith sitting in a chair or something?
It was a joke about how you said Donald
that's
needed
lava.
a genie.
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah, it was a play on words, but I suppose it could have been a bit confusing.
Well, we have a roadblock ahead. Maui's wildfire has led straight into Washington, D.C. now.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get around that. Just go off to the side. Yeah, right there. That's going to make more sense to get lower without running into lava.
You said there was a lot added in the Nether update, but all I've seen is red, gray, and lava. Like Donald said, it's just modern day Maui.
I already said that joke.
I know, I gave you credit.
Well, again, we really did not get a good spawn. We'll have to do a bit more exploring than what we've already done, especially if we're going to find another fortress.
Well, here we are at level 15. I guess it's time to start mining for the next 5 hours, like I'm looking for salt deposits.
How rare is the ancient debris that Donald was talking about?
Very, very rare. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's less than a percentage. I think it's less than 0.1% actually.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while because I do not want to play hopscotch with volcanic ash.
I think we're going to have to do that eventually. I guess if we have all this netherrack, we could build bridges to everywhere we go.
We could always go for a hot swim.
Not interested, not in the slightest. I think a couple of fossils from Pompeii would say otherwise.
Or people.
I think that was the joke, Joe.
Oh wow, look at that, that easy.
That's what it looks like. Kind of reminds me of the Tetris screen.
Yeah, but remember, we need more than one. It has to be 4.
Well, I am isolating this to make sure that when I mine it, the block doesn't get turned into a Dorito chip. Come here.
Only dug her way to China. Oh, look, there's another one. Did you just moan?
Someone got a bit too excited looking at that second ancient debris.
What can I say? I please easily, very easily.
And that's another one going in the TMI category.
I thought you've already learned to filter it out.
Unfortunately, it only does so well.
When did the Nether police get here?
I suppose they spawned in as soon as they heard about your ancient debris collecting.
Actually, Piglin, I don't want to buy a vacuum cleaner or a crossbow or whatever you guys are selling. How did they even spawn in here? There's no places to come from.
It's not like they need to come from another fortress or something, but I understand why you question the logistics.
I don't know how much damage these things do, but personally, I'm not trying to find out.
It doesn't do a lot of damage. It just tickles you, basically.
Trusting your word, Joe. Oh, it's just like walking on hot coals. It doesn't do anything.
Believe it or not, firewalking hurts more than you think.
What, walking on hot coals?
Yeah, it was a common thing to do when I grew up. Anytime there was a luau, you could guarantee that firewalking would be there. It's almost expected for you to firewalk too as a native.
Interesting. I've always had a slight interest when I've thought of it, but I've never gone out of my way to look at that.
If you guys are done yapping, how is there a piglin down here?
I told you, they don't need a lot of space to spawn.
Wow. They hit like a Mack truck, a very big Mack truck.
Yeah, those swords can really take the life out of you.
Besides bosses, are those the hardest mobs to fight?
Nowhere close. There's a bunch of other mobs that you don't even know the existence of, most likely. I don't want to spoil the surprise, though, because they'll be a fun experience for you.
Oh, come on. I pretty much know all of them.
Yeah, but it seems that Brock is a bit ignorant on the matter, and the best experiences in games are going in blind.
I don't know. You don't have enough sight to be going in blind anymore, Joe.
That's why I'm not going in blind, you lugnut.
To be fair, I think I spotted a dent in that car when you pulled up.
Listen, we don't talk about it, especially in front of Donald. He doesn't need more ammo. These Mr. NRA.
Yeah, it might actually be a tragedy, a big tragedy for a Democrat to suffer the consequences of his actions.
It's a tragedy that you might not suffer.
Donald, I didn't participate in a hit and run. I just simply backed up into a wooden post. That's not that big of a deal.
A wooden post? Likely story, Joe. A very likely story. That traffic guard that you hit had a family.
I didn't back into a traffic guard. It was a fence post, I told you.
Joe doesn't seem like the type to hit something and then flee. It's almost impossible to conceal your identity considering you're the president.
When there's a will, there's a way, and the name Will is just as bland as the name Joe.
Oh, yeah, they're in the brain cells.
We have 1,000,000 netherrack, and I don't want to travel around this ravine every time we go to the nether. I'm just building a bridge here.
Wouldn't it make more sense to dig a path from our house portal to where we are in the nether?
Obama, stop speaking Somali and talk like a commoner.
Excuse me?
He's saying, let's make a path in the nether so that we don't have to do this.
We can do that off screen. I don't want to lose our ancient debris.
Kinda hard to when it's the one playing the game.